All right, and here we are back at LWG, and we had a string of competitive battle reports here at the club because our in-house ladder league that we've been running for probably about 7 months now is coming to an end. So everybody wants the shot at the champ, and I happen to be the champ. So they're all coming for me and my Stormcast list. So if you would have recently tuned in and seen my Stormcast list playing Slanesh, that was also for first place, and I did win that, so I'm still in first. But we have a new contender. We have Mike and his Fyreslayers are coming for the crown. So should be an interesting battle. And the way the league, our in-house league, works, for those of you that don't know, is whoever's in first on the ladder, whatever list they win with, they're stuck with. So they have to keep using that list, and everybody knows what it is. So it's kind of like a little bit of list hammer going on, and you can try to go for the champion and try to take them down. So I've been first for a while now, and I'm trying to keep it that way as we lock the league out. It'll be a good way to end is on top. So, but we'll see. The Fyreslayers, I think, have a different idea. Today we're going to be playing Shifting Objectives from the new General's Handbook. And this is the mission that has, as you can see, there's 3 objectives down the middle of the board. And each round, one of them becomes the primary. So we'll flip that over, and you'll see that. That'll be the primary objective. And I believe you score 3 if you hold that, and 1 for holding any of the other ones. I think that's what it is. So then it's just the most models in range of the objective. Pretty straightforward mission, but always a fun one because you don't know where things are going to go. We're going to roll up for the terrain. We might not put it out on the board just because it gets a little cluttered, but we will be using that. And we will be using as many of... We're going to try to make, since this is for first place, we're going to be doing all the match play rules that we can. So as always, when we're doing a competitive battle report, when we're trying to follow all the rules, we just ask for your help, because we want to play as best we can. And so if you see anything that we're doing wrong, just drop a comment and let us know. But all we ask is constructive criticism. So that's all we ask. So that'll be that. And then another disclaimer for competitive battle reports, since we don't do them all the time, is that we don't claim to be professionals. We don't claim to be the best, or this is how you play the army. It's just what we think is the best for us and our play style and what we're trying to accomplish. So it's more about being efficient than actually beating everybody's face in. So there's our little disclaimers as we move into the army breakdown. All right, and here we are with Mike and his terrifying Fyreslayers. Terrifying but beautifully painted. So you want to run us through what you brought?
All right, so we are running the Rune Father. And this is going to be the Hermdar Lodge. So he's my general. He's going to have the Artifact Tyrant Slayer and the command trait Warrior and Dominant. Both of those are the Hermdar command traits and relics. We then have a Rune Master who's going to know the Prayer of Ash for +1 save. The Battlesmith who's got the Icon of the Ancestors to give him an 18-inch +1 save buff. 2 Rune Smiters. One's going to have the Ember Storm for a run and charge prayer. The other one's going to have Searing Heat for a -1 to hit prayer. We're then running Lords of the Lodge Battalion with 15 Hearthguard Berserkers with poleaxes, so that's going to let them pile in and fight twice. Followed up by another 15 Hearthguard Berserkers with broadaxes.
Brutal.
2 units of 10 Volkite Berserkers with hand axes and big shields. 5 Auric Hearthguard back here to soak up some wounds for my heroes. And then, of course, the Flame Spitter and the Firewall.
And the pizza oven.
And the pizza oven.
All right, can't leave home without it. This is terrifying. If you're not familiar with Fyreslayers, this is like a mean Fyreslayer list.
It's a fun list. It's fun.
You say it's fun. I say it's mean.
You haven't played it yet, so it'll be fun.
But anyway, you got a lot of... Going into this battle, he knew he was up against a lot of shooting. He knew he was up against a lot of the ability to snipe heroes. So I feel like the Firewall and your -1 to hit prayer and that kind of stuff is really going to come in handy in this battle. So it's going to be interesting. So we'll see if I can pull you away from that line of sight blocking magma wall. Or maybe the Prime can just go in and crash it. We'll see. So cool. And a lot of you are familiar with Mike's list. You've seen it here on the channel before, but it's always a pleasure. So going over to Stormcast. All right, and here we are with the Stromcast Eternals, the dreaded shooting list. So a lot of you are familiar with it, but I'll do a quick breakdown. It is the Anvils of the Heldenhammer Storm Host, which is one that allows me to, for a command point during the hero phase, I can pick a unit within range of my heroes. I believe it's like 6 or something, whatever, and it lets that unit either fight immediately or shoot with all of its ranged weapons immediately. So obviously I'm going to be picking shoot. So that's kind of the crux there. The star of the list is the Celestin Prime, coming in hopefully on turn 3 to mop up the silly dwarves. Flanking him, there are 2 Knight Venators with 2 star-fated arrows ready to snipe some heroes if they get away from that magma wall. Next to them we have 2 squads of prosecutors with Stormcast javelins, and these guys are very mobile, very quick, able to put out a decent amount of damage for their points, honestly, and they can be where they need to be, grab those objectives, and put on a little hurt, so I love them. In the middle, we've got the Knight Zeros with his laser pointer lantern, which gives me reroll 1s to hit for any enemy model, or when I'm targeting any enemy models within 10 of him. So he's a great support unit, good hero. He's got a good save, and he can he's pretty good at getting in there and getting some objectives too. So next to him, we have everybody's favorite, our menagerie of faithful animal companions. We have the Etherwings, 2 squads of 3. These guys are great for disruption and annoying and slowing down your opponent. Fantastic units, as you'll see in the battle, I'm sure. And then in front of them, we have the core, the heavy lifters of this list is the 9 Long Strike Raptors. These guys are devastating and brutal long range fire support. If they do not move, they can shoot 30 inches, single shot each, hitting on 2s, wounding on 3s, -2 rend, and they have a chance to do mortals with their headshots. And then in front of them, the battle line for the list is going to be 3 squads of Judicators. Just all around solid battle line unit, putting out range damage and honestly soaking up more damage than they should in most situations. So love those guys, and the whole list, as many of you know, has the ability to, well, not the whole list, half the list can be up in his ear, ready to ride the lightning down on the battlefield to be where I need them to be when I need them to be there. So that is the Stormcast list. The general for this army is going to be the Knight Zeros, and he has all the Anvils of the Heldenhammer command abilities and artifacts. So there you go, Stormcast Eternals for the championship round of the Ladder League. And we are back after deployment. So we are Stormcast, and it's always true, since I don't have any battalions, I always deploy second. So the Fyreslayers did finish first, but we're going to run through the deployment here. So on the right side, we got the unit of Prosecutors. We got the unit of Etherwings. We've got the 9 Long Strike Raptors backed up by their trusty commander, the Knight Venator. And then we have another squad of Etherwings, another Knight Venator, and 3 Prosecutors. Up in Azir, we have the Celestin Prime, the Knight Zeros, and 3 squads of Judicators ready to come down. For the Fyreslayers, we have a big squad of Volkites, and we've got the Hearthguard Berserkers, and then the 2 Priest Heroes are hanging out in there.
Just one, yep. So we got the Rune Master, and then we got the Battlesmith, the Rune Father, 5 Auric Hearthguards. And then in Deep Strike, we've got both Rune Smiters, another unit of Volkite Berserkers, and the unit of Hearthguard with Broadaxes.
Right. So this battle has a lot of tactics and strategy with people digging under the ground, coming in from Azir. It's going to be an interesting one. So, and before the mission, you roll up to see which one of the objectives is going to be the one, and it is this one over here. As you can see, we flipped it over. That is the primary. So, since the Fyreslayers did deploy first, Mike, what will it be? First or second?
Man, this is tough.
I think you're in a bit of a cookie here, because if you let me go first, I'm going to grab that primary for sure.
Right, but then I can try stealing it from you. Oh, man. But your whole army's not going to be able to shoot me right away.
What does this do? You set it up.
And I can try getting the double turn, which would be huge.
The double turn is a big deal. In fact, I build my list to do the double turn.
I know.
If you get within an inch of this piece of terrain, it disappears.
My gut says go first, but I'm not going to listen to it. I'm going to go second.
All right, Fyreslayers are ceding first turn to the Stormcast. Okay, so I was not in range to fire the long strikes in the hero phase. We had a nice debate about it. Somebody commented on a previous video that in the hero phase with Anvils of the Heldenhammer and long strikes, when you trigger them to fire, they don't get the extra 6-inch range because their rule states that if they haven't moved in the movement phase of the current turn, then they get the additional 6 inches. Well, it's up for debate a little bit. We weren't really sure. We were talking it over. Since I haven't had my movement phase yet, we thought, well, hey, that makes sense. You know, they wouldn't get the 24. But I was like, well, what happens if I do that, shoot 30? Would that mean that in the movement phase of that turn, then I just couldn't move? We didn't know, so we just went with that I can't do it because that's simpler. So I was out of range for that, but I retained the CP, so I do have 2 right now because I have an extra for my list. So they hung out there. The Knight Venator jumped up here in the movement phase. The Prosecutors moved up here, and the Etherwings moved here, and that gives me all 3 of the objectives for this turn, which is a good start. If you're going to start this mission, you got to get all the points. So there's that. Prosecutors over here, they moved up. Technically, they're kind of hovering on the hill there to stay in coherency. They are an 18 of the Volkite Berserkers there. And the Knight Venator moved from this hill over to here in order to get a shot on the Battlesmith. I don't know if you can see his banner way down there. So hopefully a cheeky star-faded arrow takes him out. But then in the riding the lightning at the end of my movement phase, I have a weird setup here, but that's because he's got so many dirty dwarves underground that I can't risk them getting into my back line. So I put this squad adjudicators back here. Their prime is just in 24 to be able to fire. If you're only going to shoot with one guy, you want it to be him. So there's that. This squad, again, came down here to block off this area from the Fyreslayers Deep Strike. Prime is, again, in range. And then over here, we had the Zeros up on the hill. So he'll be locking out 9 inches from him over here. But then if he does come in over here, he would even have to charge up that hill. So that's a really safe position, and I think, if I toot my own horn, a smart way to block off an area is to be up on a hill like that. So these guys, again, came in. They're not going to be in range of anything, but blocking off the area, looking for later turns is what I'm playing for here. So that's the setup, and we're going to be moving into the shooting phase. Okay, so in the shooting phase, we forgot to record it, but honestly, not much happened. The Prosecutors threw their javelins in. The normal guys took down 2 of them. 2 of the Volkite Berserkers? Just 1 Volkite Berserker. And then these 2 Judicators fired into the Hearthguard Berserkers and did nothing. The wounds were shrugged. And then now we're moving on to the Long Strikes, everybody's favorite. Now, since I did move, I am 30, which puts 8 of them, it's just this guy on the end, are in range and can see the Hearthguard. So we're going to fire at them. Hitting on 2s. So they all hit. And now it's -1. There was 1-1?
Oh, no, man.
Oh, yeah. 1. So they all hit, and then there is a -1 to wound bubble from their general, which will make me wound on 4s. Which, oh man, I rolled hot there. So that is 7 -2s for 2 damage each.
-2, because I think because I'm not getting the bubble. Let me just double check. I don't think they have a 5 up base.
And you do have the shrug, right?
I do, yeah, I do have the shrug. Yeah. So they're 5 up base. So
10 shrugs.
Oh, I don't think I'll...
Well, you said -2, right?
It was -2 to the
actually,
save.
so those go through too.
Oh wow, they all go
Yeah,
through.
because I don't have the +1 up right now.
Okay.
So that's 14 then total shrugs.
Yep.
Right?
14. Well, 7 go through, so that's 14 shrug saves for the Fyreslayers.
10, 14 forks. So fail 1 dead, 2 dead. That was a pass. 3 dead, 4 dead, 5 dead.
5.5.
Yep.
Okay, so
That was not good rolling.
5.5 Hearthguard going down from the brutal volley of the Longstrike Raptors. Wow, I'll take that. Okay, so then next up is going to be our Knight Venator here. He's going to fire at the Hearthguard as well with his Realm Hunter bow. So we're going to fire that first, and his Eagle will go in. So that is, he hits on 2, so that's 2 hits. And he'll be wounding on 4s. That's 1 at -1.
Damage.
Which is 1 damage.
Oh,
Cool.
goodness.
It knocks down another one, and then the Star Eagle will hit on 4s. Cool, all hit. And he wounds on 3s, -1 to 4, and then it would be 6s to wound are going to do -3 rend. So 1 -3 rend and 1 normal save.
5 up. Good. And then
-3. Yeah.
1 damage.
Just 1 damage.
For
so
big
for the
Nora?
shrug,
Oh my goodness.
Star Eagle flying down there and putting a wound on the Hearthguard. Wow, good stuff, good stuff. Over here, we're going to do the Star Faded Arrow and the Star Eagle into the Battle Standard Bear, or Battlesmith is what he's called. If you can see him, he's right in there with that banner. So, okay, we're going to do the Eagle first for dramatic. It'll be dramatic this way. -1 to hit for Lookout, sir, so that'll be 5s. That's 1 hit.
-1 wound.
And he'll be wounding on 4s. That is a wound, just no rend or anything.
He's got a 4 up. Good.
Cool, strikes that. And everybody's favorite, Star Faded Arrow, hitting on 2s, -1, so it's a 3. No, misses the Star Faded Arrow. Okay, that's, you know what, that usually always happens, but it's cool. It's cool. So that is the shooting phase and the turn for the Stormcast, because we do not have any charges. So you will be doing Battle Shock test. Lost 6, right?
Yeah, so I'll just burn the C, because of Bravery A's, I'll just burn the CP, because they're not going to be wholly within 12. Nope.
Yeah, you don't want that. Yeah, that battle.
Burn the CP to keep them around. They're Bravery 7, so they lost 1, so they're good.
Okay, so the Hearthguard burn the CP, and they stick around in the Battle Shock
Bravery
phase,
7
and then the other squad, they cannot fail, so they're good. So that leads to the end of the turn. I get 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 points to the Stormcast, and we're going into Fyreslayers. Turn 1. Okay, so after the hero phase and the movement phase for the Fyreslayers, this is what it looks like. So hero phase, what went down, Mike?
Alright, so we did the Rune of Relentless Zeal to give me 2 inches on my move. Didn't really help that much, except for just to get 2 guys to steal this objective. Outside of that, not a whole lot, but Prayer of Ash on the remaining Hearthguard Berserkers. His other Holy Secret ability, he wasn't within 12. And I failed the Runic Firewall, which hurts.
Failing the Runic, that would, for those of you less initiated, that is the burning firewall that pops out of the ground that stops. You can't draw a line of sight if the line would go within 1 inch of the thing, which would cut down all of the shooting. Yeah. And you only needed a 3+, and Mike re-rolled that too.
Yep.
Oh,
unfortunately.
So, and then also for those of you that don't know, the Prayer of Ash is +1 to your save, correct?
So they're at +2 save right now with the Battlesmith as well.
Awesome. And then end of the movement phase, we had more dwarves pop up out of the ground. They're getting this objective, and he did keep them back, so they're in the bubble. It's hard to see him, but the general is back in there to give the -1 to wound bubble of 12-inch bubble.
Yep.
So that's what went down on this side. And over here, we had some Volkite Berserkers, and they're I don't know, what are these dwarves called? The guy that...
The Rune Smiter.
The Rune Smiter, the digger guy. He came up with them out of the ground, and they did secure the primary objective over here. So it does look like it's going to be a competitive 5-5 at the end of this round. So we're moving into the Fyreslayers shooting phase now.
Alright, so we're going to shoot, there's 2 Arc Hearthguard that are in range back here, one of which is the Carl. So they have 3 shots, they on 2, hitting on 4s, wounding on 3s. So we 3 -1s for 1 damage.
On the prosecutors?
Yep.
Okay, so they have a 4-up save, and they do reroll 1s. So 2 go through, 1 damage each, I assume?
1 damage each.
So that's going to kill a prosecutor.
Okay.
So we will take this guy.
And then the other 2 will shoot the Aether Wings. Only 1 hits. And 1 wound at -1.
Just 1 wound on an Etherwing does not put a bird down.
It does not.
We'll put the wound out then.
Outside of that, I believe I'm outside of 8 for all of my axes. So that's it for shooting.
Okay, so that's the shooting phase. And we're moving into the charges. Okay, so it's the start of the Fyreslayer charge phase. The Etherwings have done their move. This squad rolled a 4, and this squad rolled a 3. They just pulled straight back here and here, which means they're outside of 12 of anybody that could launch a charge on them, so they cannot be charged.
So they get +1 charge.
That's a long charge.
For having their axes, sorry, for having the horn. So it looks like I'm going to need an 11.
Yeah, you might as well.
Might as well try it. Yeah, I might as well try to get some ground here. That's not going to do it. Not with a 9. So they'll need an 8 because they get +1 from their horn. No, they fail as well.
On a 4. Do you want to re-roll it?
No.
Nope. You're good. You got the objectives. What else do you need in life? And the chance at the double turn.
So that'll give me 5 for the turn.
So it's 5 to 5, a competitive game so far. And if this, I have to do battle shock. No, I don't. No battle because I'm anvils. I have +1.
Okay. So going to the next battle round. We'll see if
or I
this
reroll
moves.
fails. I reroll fails. My bad. So, but they don't have to test it anymore. So here we go.
You get the roll for the objective since I rolled for the first battle round. That
Okay,
goes
so we roll to see where the shifting objective goes to. It's 3. It's going to stay right here on this spot.
Okay.
And now for the all-important roll-off. Stormcast, win it.
Oh,
I
that's
needed
tough.
it. I
That's
needed
rough.
it. That was scary.
That's
So we are going to take the turn. Stormcast, turn 2. Okay, so this is the Stormcast turn 2 hero phase. The Night Venator is going to trigger the Long Strike Raptors to fire. The only things in 24 are this squad of Berserkers, this squad, 2 squads of Hearthguard. But I think,
All these command points, like, did you roll for your
yeah, I think I'm going to put all of them into these Hearthguard right here. Okay, so here we go. Hitting on 2s. So that's going to be 2 mortals, and there's 1 miss in there. And they're going to be wounding on 4s. Ooh, geez, another solid roll. So 4 minus 2s.
So they'll have a 6 up now. Don't pass a single
So
one.
it's
So
8 damage, 10 damage. 10 damage going through for the shrugs.
6. Roll some 4s. Oh my goodness.
Lordy.
Oh, yeah, that's half. Okay, that was
So
statistical.
2 die, 1 takes a wound.
Yep.
I'll take it. Okay, and do we have any other shooting we want to do? Because we do have 2 command points left to spend. Yes, I think we are also, for Anvils of the Helden Hammer, you cannot select the same unit to fire again for like a second time in the hero phase, but you can select another unit to fire in the hero phase. Okay, so in the hero phase, this Night Venator is also going to trigger the Anvils of the Helden Hammer. These guys are going to fire. The one in the back is out of range. The 3 normals are going to fire at these Volkites, and the prime from the squad is actually going to try to snipe this hero that's in here. So the normal guys hitting on 3s, so that's 1 hit. 1 wound on this squad here.
It's -1.
-1, yep.
So I need a 5 up. Nope.
And just 1 damage. Or they don't have a shrug. What am I saying? All right, so then the prime into this guy over here. He does hit
-1.
for
Minus.
5 hits,
He'll be -1 wound.
and it's going to be wounding on 4s. So 1 wound, -1.
-1. So he will be 4 up still because +1 -1 from the Battlesmith. It's good.
Cool. Shrugs it, and I do have 1 more command point, but I think I'm good. I'm gonna stop there where I'm at, and then we're gonna move into the movement phase, and we'll come right back. Okay, after Stormcast hero and movement phase, this is where we're at. What went down? The Etherwings moved up. Currently, there are only 2 Fyreslayers in 6 of the center of that objective. So those 3 birdies are going to actually be securing that objective, and then I can fly away. So that'll be helpful. It's good. They're doing great, putting in some work. Prosecutors fell back. They're still in 18 to get some shots off. Venator over here has range and sight on the Battlesmith and some other targets. We'll see how it goes in the shooting phase. These guys moved up. They're in 24 of range of enemies. Again, these Judicators reformed the lines. Have plenty of targets to choose from. Long Strike's held still. This Venator also held still. He can see the Battlesmith. You can probably already tell what I'm going to try to shoot at. These Etherwings, they were over here on the objective. Then they fell back forward. They now moved over here, trying to stay out of line of sight for some throwing axes, but still being able to defend my long strikes. Judicators here moving up. You can see the prime came in here at the end. He's in a good spot to drop his comet there and maybe move in and wipe out this side of the board here. Prosecutors and his zeros moving up. There are only 4 Fyreslayers in range of the objective. I think looking at the battlefield, the goal is, because the Fyreslayers are fully committed, clear this side, make them make choices, and hope that that primary keeps showing up over here. So, so that's where we're at, and we're going to be moving into the shooting phase. I think we're going to kick it off with the Prime's Comet Strike Scepter. So I'll get at the, he's right here, and it's 24 inches. We have to measure it up. It'll be somewhere in this area, and it explodes D6 inches, hitting every unit over there with D3 mortal wounds. So we're going to measure that up and show you the roll. So Mike is calling shenanigans, but we measured it up. The points for the dice are loaded apparently. The Prime's Comet he calls down is right on the other side of that guy in the gap there. And wouldn't you know it, I rolled a 6 for the range, which it's literally hitting everything except for the Volkites. So we'll start over here with these Hearthguard Berserker, D3 Mortals for 3.
4 shrugs. Nothing. Oh my goodness.
Kills 2. The hero that's in there takes 2 mortal wounds.
So he is down to 3.
The other Hearthguard Berserker squad, 1 mortal wound. No shrug. Oh man. The Battlesmith takes 2 mortal wounds.
So I got our Hearthguard within 3, so on a 4 he passes them to them. No, so he takes 2.
Oh my goodness. And you're... Any other heroes back in there that I'm missing?
The Father.
The Rune Father takes 1 mortal wound.
4 up, passes it along. Nope. So he takes 1 as well.
And where are the guys that are absorbing? The Hearthguard. What are they called?
Auric Hearthguard.
Auric Hearthguard. They take 1 mortal wound.
So they just take 1.
And then your general who's hiding, he's up in the trees back there.
Yep.
He takes 1 mortal wound, not too shabby.
Oh my goodness, nobody gets past that.
But I didn't roll super hot for the damage, so it's a little give and take. Okay, so the prosecutors are up next. We got 1 normal javelin and 1 trident into the Volkites.
Okay.
Normal javelin hits and does not wound, and the trident 2 hits and nothing. Man, that trident is not working so good today. We're going to fire these Judicators into the Hearthguard. Yep. Well, I'm going to try to, actually, we're going to try to shoot at the hero. We're going to try to shoot at the hero. So, 4 normals. Yep. So that's 2 hits, and then the Prime, he misses. Oh no. Wounding on 1. So 1 wound at -1.
So get +1, so we have 5 up. Nope.
It's probably better than shooting at the Hearthguard because they get the shrug. So, these Judicators here are going to fire at the Volkites. So 4 normal guys hitting on 3s, and the Prime hits on a 4 for 6 hits. So we're going to add this one in here. These are all wounding on a 3. Okay, so that looks like 5 -1s on the
3 or 4.
3s.
-1 wound.
Are the Volkites in?
Oh, sorry, I thought
yes.
you were okay, yeah.
So
okay.
it is 5 -1s wounding on 3s on the Volkites.
So they'll go 5 up. Sorry. So they got a 4 up +1, 3 up, so 4 ups. Okay, so fail 2. So 1 dies.
Cut down another dwarf over there. These guys are tough. Tough. We're gonna try to get redemption here for the Knight Venator. He's gonna put his Realm Hunter bow and the Star Eagle into the Battle Standard guy. This Battlesmith. -1s?
Yep.
Okay, so the Realm Hunter bow normally hits on 2s, so it's gonna hit on 3s. Oh geez, that was a leaner. So 1 hit and -1 to wound.
Yep.
So 4, nothing. And the bird is going to hit on 5s, 1 hit, and he wounds at a -3 rend.
So he's got a 4 up +1, so he's got a 6 up save.
6 up save. No.
Takes it. 1 damage.
Yeah, 1 damage.
Passes
Bird.
it off on a 4+ to the Hearthguard.
No, he takes it. Does he have 1 left?
He's got 2 left.
2 left on the bat. Oh man, that Battlesmith is getting hit hard. We'll try the other Knight Venator into the Battlesmith yet again. Try to take him down. Eagle and Realm Hunter bow. Realm Hunter bow hitting on a 3. Okay, 1 hit and wounding on a 4. That is 1 wound at -1 on the Battlesmith.
So he'll have a 4 up. No,
Ooh.
pass it. Yes,
Yes,
he does.
okay.
Finally made one.
Kills. It does take down an Auric Hearthguard. Now the Star Eagle. It's your time. We need 3 6s here to cut his eye, just rip his eyes out of his head. So 5s. We got 1 hit. Come on, another 6. No, but it is a wound. Yep, it is a wound. He wounds on 3, so the -1. No rend.
3s. Oh my goodness. Can I make a save?
Doesn't try. He has 1 left now. The Star Eagle's cutting him down to size.
About to switch out dice here. That's crazy.
Holy cow. Do I have anything else to fire at that guy?
Big dice.
Okay, so the Battlesmith is almost dead. We're going to make sure that he's dead. These 3 Long Strike Raptors here are going to go into him. The rest are going to be firing, the other 6 are going to be firing into the Hearthguard Berserkers. So, the 3, they are going to be hitting on 3s. That's 2 mortal wounds and 2 hits, wounding on 4s. So 1 at -2.
So he's got a 3, so 5 up save.
Nope, so that's 2 damage.
And then 2 mortal wounds.
And 2 mortal wounds. Yep. He's got to pass them all. No, he's dead. He's real dead. Okay, so the Battlesmith has gone down, which is great stuff. We needed to get rid of
occurs
that
at the same
additional
time as those shots, so they'll still get the +1 save.
Right.
Yep.
It's just so you guys are aware, that's how we play it. That this is all happening simultaneously with the long strikes firing. So the Battlesmith's buff will still be up for this squad here. But these guys are 2s to hit. So that's 4 mortal wounds. And they are still -1 to wound, so 4s. Okay, so 3 -2s.
3 -2s, so they've got a 5 + 4, so I need 6s.
So even on 6s, save 1. So 4.
4 damage plus 4 mortals.
So 8 damage total for the shrugs.
4s. Oh my goodness.
Ooh, dog. So three Hearthguard go down from the relentless volleys of the crossbows. This is crazy. I'm just afraid that your rolls are going to turn around here and you're going to start saving everything.
Bad.
Whew. Okay. All right. Well, we're gonna take. Next up is going to be these Judicators are going to fire everything into that hero there. He'll be at -1 to hit. This guy right here. Yep. He'll be at -1 to hit, so that will be 4s to hit. Okay.
-1.
And then the Prime hits for 3 hits, and it'll be 4s to wound. Okay, so that's 3 -1s on him. Is it enough to drop him?
So he needs some. He's actually at 6s now because the Battlesmith's dead. Yes.
2 go through. Is that enough? We got him. More relentless arrow fire. Precise arrow fire. Next up is these prosecutors over here are going to fire their javelins into the Volkites. Okay, so the 2 javelins and the trident into the Volkites. Hitting on 3s and wounding on 3s. That's 1, no rend, and this is only 1 damage because I got pretty close.
Good.
Yep, saves it, and then the trident still is all trusty trident. So 2 hits and 2 wounds at -1.
Last one, so 4s.
And this is 2 damage, so should cut down 1 guy there.
Pull this guy from the back.
And that is the shooting phase for the Stormcast. And now we're going into the charges. So over here, the knight. Let's do the Celestin Prime is going to do his charge first. Okay, we're just going to use his Celestin Priminess to make him go 12. So he'll make it in, and then the knight is, we'll move him up, and then I'll do the rest of the charge. Okay, over here in this mess of wings, Sigmarite, and naked dwarf flesh. If you can see anything, everybody made it in. Prosecutors made it in, Azeros made it in, Prime made it in, and we're going to go to the fight phase. That's the only charge on the board. I didn't want to do anything with my Ether Wings, so. Prime, he's going first.
Go for it.
He's got 5 attacks because he came in turn 2. He's going to be hitting on 3s. He hits with everything. And Gal Miraz, the mighty hammer, wounding on 2s. So 4 -3s for 3 damage each.
4.
No saves.
4 + 1 in cover. So 3s.
4
-3. So 6s.
Oh, you have a 6-up save. 6-up save against the Gal Miraz.
Nothing.
Ooh, so that's 12 damage.
So I did activate Berserker's Fury. We could call that off before the
Absolutely.
video. So it's 12 damage. Oh, it's gonna kill 6 of them.
That hurts.
Oh yeah. So 1, 2,
Prime
3,
doing
4.
what he does.
So
Okay, so the Prime went in with Galmaraz, smashed 6 Volkites out of this world. But
Yep.
now they're gonna pile in an attack because they have their Berserker Frenzy.
yep. So we're gonna put 5 on the Prime and just 1 onto the Zeros there.
All right.
So hitting on 3s
Alright, so.
and winning on 4s. Just 3 at -1 for 1 damage.
3 at -1 will put him to a 4-up save. Takes 2 damage, so he's down to 6.
And 1 into the Zeros. Same thing.
Alright, magic.
1 in the Zeros.
Also a 4-up save. Takes 1 damage.
And
So 6 left and 4 left on my heroes there. And then it is your turn to pick.
Okay.
Okay, so the 3 remaining Berserkers have now piled in Mike's choice. They're attacking the Prosecutors.
3s.
Okay, let's roll.
4s.
I take that back.
2.
Just 2.
-1 though.
Yep.
So that puts them to a 5. Nope, that'll kill one of the Prosecutors, so we'll get that cleaned up, and then I'll come back with my attack. Okay, so the Zeros is going to attack back on the Berserkers. He hits on 3s. 3 hits. And he wounds on 3s. 1 at -1.
1 -1. So we've got a 4-up. That's good.
Okay, and then the Prosecutors are going to go. They're not very good in combat, so the normal guy, nope, that's a miss. And then the Trident, that's a hit. And nothing.
He is within 3 to pile in, so he's going to pile in, which will also get him. Get right to the objective.
Okay, so the Rune Smiter, right?
Yep.
He's piling into these Zeros, who has 4 runes remaining. Okay, so Rune Smiter into the United Zeros.
Just 1 hitting on 4s and winning on 3. 1, no rend for 2 damage.
Okay, so 3. That's a save on a 4+. Okay. All right, so that is all the combats. Stormcast, we do pick up this objective here, but we failed to get the other one. So we did a lot of damage. This is a clutch turn for that. Really put a dent into the Fyreslayers, but they were able to heroically over here stand, cutting down our points. So right now it's 6 to 5 going into the Fyreslayers turn 2. Okay, we're wrapping up the Fyreslayers turn 2. Bottom of the turn, their hero and movement phase. What went down, Mike?
Alright, so the Volkites moved up. Just get a couple more bodies on the objective. Maybe get in charge range, depending on what the Aether Wings do. Same with the Hearthguard. Runefather and Auric Hearthguard all ran. They weren't going to be able to see past the wall to shoot, so they just went up to be his bodyguard. The other Berserkers moved up as well.
And you did get the wall off.
I did get the wall off,
as you can see. Yep.
So pretty much anything within an inch of line of sight that can't be shot.
So even just so everybody knows, even an inch to the sides of it, if you draw a line through there, you can't. It's no line of sight, so makes it real tough. And you actually failed a lot of prayers, right? That you were trying to get off.
Yeah, I failed the Prayer of Ash on this unit. Unfortunately, I rolled a 3. Sorry, I rolled a 2. I needed a 3. So that didn't go off. I did not get Runic Empowerment off over on the Volkite Berserkers for reroll wound rolls. But I did get the Flame Spitter off, so that's going to get at least 1 round of shooting in. And then I got Searing Heat off on the unit adjudicated with there. So they'll be -1 to hit until my next hero goes.
Nice
So,
debuff.
That's it. So shooting phase.
So this is the throwing axes from the Volkites into the Ether Wings.
Just 2 of them are in range.
He tried to shoot with these 2. We were going to do them all together, but the wall's blocking everything.
Yep.
So
So just 2 hitting on 5s, winning on 5s. Nothing.
I forgot. There's one of these are wounded. I will put that wound up.
Oh, no problem. Just 1 was in range and line of sight here. So 5, 5, nothing. And then going across the board, we'll have 4 guys there.
There are 3 dudes and then your hero.
So yeah, all 4 will just go into the prosecutors here. So 5s. 1 save on the prosecutors. And axe got through.
Save on the prosecutor. 1 save on the prosecutors for the axe. No rend?
No rend.
So 4 saved it. So the flame spitter has decided it is going to pour lava, hot steaming lava all over the prosecutors.
So 6s are mortals, just 2.
So that's going to kill a prosecutor. We'll get him removed, and that is the shooting phase, correct? Yep. All right, so there's your shooting phase, and we're going into combat. All right, so the Etherwings did their moves. These guys rolled an 8, moved back to protect the Venator from the 2-inch range attacks of those terrible guys, and they have a decently long charge. This squad was up here, moved back. It's about the same distance to these two for the Hearthguard, but these guys are just going to, if they rolled at boxcars, they could get to here, but that's a big ask for them, and he might not even want to do that. So, Mike, to you on your charges.
They'll claim a charge, +1.
They got the boxcars. They got the boxcars. Oh boy.
Go somewhere.
Okay, so with the charges, the big 13 from the Volkites, they decided they want to get rid of these annoying Etherwings, and they want to tie down this Junicator squad. And maybe if the gods favor them, they might even get to pile in and kill these prosecutors. So
we'll see what happens.
We'll see what happens.
So they're going to throw their shields into the Aetherwings, actually.
Chucking shields at
I
the
don't
birds.
want you to pull the Judicators away. If I get lucky on some 6s here.
So you killed a bird because one of them was already wounded. And we'll pull that guy right there.
Okay. And pylons. So we're going to go 3 inches towards closest.
There's the pile-in. Okay, so after the Volkites pile in, in order to maintain coherency through the woods there, I don't know if you can see it, they ended up having 1 Volkite on the birds, 2 Volkites on the Judicators, and 1 on the prosecutors. And again, the goal is, even if they get shot to Kingdom Come next turn, at least they're tying down some of the dangerous ranged units. So, okay, so they're going to attack? Or it's your pick. We do have these combats over here. All right, so the Volkite Berserkers have piled in. They're attacking the Prosecutor.
Yep. So 3s, reroll on 1s because the rune activated in the hero phase. Of course, no 1s. And wounding on 4s. Okay, 4 -1.
That's 4 -1s for 1 damage on the Prosecutor Prime. So he has a 5-up save, re-rolling 1s, and he's dead. Yeah, so he goes down and finishes off the Prosecutors. So good stuff from the Volkite. Okay, so first up on this side, we've got the Etherwings going in to minimize the actions here of the Volkites. So the Etherwings have 2 attacks each, hitting on 4s. Wow, no hit. And wounding on 3s, is that correct? Yeah. Wounding on 3s for the Etherwings. 3 wounds from the Etherwings, no Ren.
They got a 5-up save now because they threw their shields.
The Etherwings kill a Volkite.
Double check. I'm not holy than 12, so I don't get the reroll 1s.
The Etherwings.
Finishes off him.
Pushes the wound over.
And push the wound on him.
Wow. All right, I'll take it. Now it is going to be the Volkite Berserkers are going to do their attack. Now, we did, just to inform you if you were the keen-eyed viewer, we accidentally already piled in with them. It really wouldn't have mattered because I was just going to go with the birds anyway. So, there you go. That's how they ended up piling in. So we're going to get their attacks right. It looks like 1 on the birds, 2 on the Judicators, and 1 on the Prosecutors.
Yep. So the birds, 3s reroll on 1s.
Oh, he's angry. He's angry.
4s, nothing.
He's not angry. All right.
It was a little whimper. 2 into them. 3s reroll on 1s.
Oops, that one got knocked over. Yep.
4s. 2.
2 wounds.
-1s.
This is the Judicators?
Yes, -1.
So that makes their save a 5-up. So kills a Judicator. Good stuff.
And then 2 attacks into the Prosecutors. 2 hits. And 2 wounds, -1.
So 5s, but they do reroll 1s for their saves. Oh, nope, kills another Prosecutor. Woo, we're both doing bad on saves today. So Prosecutor goes down, and we will attack back with everybody's favorite, the Prime. All right, the Prime himself is up. He does have enough range to get to the Volkites on the other side of the Smiter there. So he's hitting on a 3s. Okay, so that's 4 hits on the Volkites, and he wounds on 2s. So that's 4 -3s.
4 -3s. So that's
The 4 -3s go through.
Yep.
And just they don't have a save, so it just blows them up. So they're gone. And good job, Prime. And who's the Smiter is next, the one that's in here. He hits the Knight of Zeros.
1 no Ren, 2 damage.
On the Zeros?
Yes.
3 up. Takes a wound.
Should have put it on the Prime.
3 damage.
2 damage.
Two damage. So he has 2 wounds left. We'll get that put out. Next up, we will do the zeros. Now, since we're over here and you don't have any more attacks. All right, so zeros hitting on 3s. Okay, 3 hits. And wounding on 3s. 1 wound, these zeros at -1.
-1, he's in cover, so this is a 5-up. He's good.
Saves it. Wow. Zeros. You're supposed to be a good swordsman, but not today. Not today. All right, Judicators. They've piled in. There's only 2 that can attack the Volkites. So 3s. No reroll there. And a 4. That's 1 wound from a Judicator into the Volkites. Fails. And we cut down another dwarf. And finally is going to be the Prosecutor Prime. Okay, Prosecutor Prime. He has got 1 attack with the Trident. 4, that's a hit. And 4 to wound, nothing. Really need you to do something there, guy. Okay, so that is all the combats here.
So, battle round. I gotta see if my invocations go away.
Oh, okay, so well, let's do Battle Shock first. Battle Shock first.
So,
okay, so the Etherwings did lose 1 bird, so they're 6, brings them down to 5, and they're good. Okay. No more birds.
Lost anymore. 2 Volkites, bravery 7. They're good.
Volkites are good, and I believe Judicators are good. Prosecutor Prime is good.
Okay, so I get 2 victory points for the turn.
Yep, you secure these 2, and did not hold on to that one. Okay, so we both missed that one this turn. That's a big deal.
See if the invocations go away.
Rolling for the invocations.
So the flame spitter over there.
On the flames.
That goes away.
Flame spitter's
which is
gone.
actually probably good because he's gonna die anyway.
Okay, so and then you got to roll for the wall, correct?
Wall's good.
Wall stays. That's what you needed. Good stuff. Okay, so it's the end of. That was the end of turn 2. Currently, it is 7-6. Correct?
Yep, I have
Yes.
7. Yep.
7 to 6.
Objective moves to 1.
Number 1 objective is going to be over here.
Okay.
And what's priority?
I need it.
Stormcast winning the priority again. Ooh, but am I going to be able to actually get the primary here? Should I let you go?
It's up to you.
Tough call. After much debate, after seeing what I need to do, really what's sad is this smiter is holding down the prime. I might have to allocate resources to killing him in the hero phase to free up the prime to come over and smash these guys. But I think there are 4 bodies here on this objective for the Fyreslayers. I just need to get 5. I got 1, 2. I got 3. I got 4. He can get up there. And these Etherwings, one of them could get up, giving me that 5th body. I think that's the play. So Stormcast are going to take the turn. We're going to go into the hero phase and movement, and we'll break into the hero when we do the shooting, but we'll be right back. All right, so here we are, Stormcast turn 3. We're breaking into the hero phase. I do have 2 command points now. So I am going to trigger the prime to pile in an attack on this smiter. So he's spending a command point, and here he goes. Hitting on 3s, all hit, and wounding on 2s. I do fail 2. That's 3 minus 3s for 3 damage, and boom, the smiter is gone over there, leaving me with 1 command point remaining, which I am going to use to trigger the long strikes. So long strikes are going to be firing into the Hearthguard Berserkers right there. Here we go. 9 shots. These are hitting on 2s. No reroll, so 1's out there. So 2 mortal wounds and -1 to wound. So 4s. Okay, so 4 wounds going through at -2 and 1 headshot.
Go through.
So that is if they all go through, then it is 10 damage to the unit.
4s to ignore. So 1 dead, 2 dead,
and a wound. So 2 Hearthguard go down and 1 takes a wound. Well, here we are. We're back after the hero and movement phase. So what went down? The Judicators over here moved up and around the Volkites that are clogging me up back here. These Judicators did stay in combat, and I want them to shoot. The Venator and the surviving Prosecutor Prime moved up to be on the objective. The Etherwings that were in combat fell back to be on the objective, and the Etherwings that were over here flew up, and they are 1 bird on the objective is going to give me the cap there. And then back here, these guys all stood still. Judicators piled up. They have claimed this objective and secured this side of the board. And the Zeros and the Prime are moving in towards center field here. So, in the combat phase, we're going to go to the Prime, and we're going to be dropping the Comet down in here. Okay, so we're picking a point right around here, which is going to be, if I roll a 2, it's going to hit everything in here. If I roll a 6, it's going to hit everything in here plus the general, which you can't see behind that.
Not generals here.
Oh, excuse me.
The Rune Master.
The Rune Master behind the tree there. So the Comet, and it is a 4, so it's just going to hit everybody in that area there. So we'll start rolling. So for the Auric Hearthguard over here, D3, that is 2 mortal wounds.
Blink.
On the Hearthguard Berserkers, that is 3 wounds on them.
4 Eternal.
Shrugs it all, they love it. And on the Rune Father, 2 mortal wounds on the Rune
Pass off
Father.
to the Hearthguard on 4s. Both get passed.
That kills another Auric Hearthguard, so that's 2 down there. So good job, Prime. We're going to do these Judicators because they don't have a choice. So it'll be 3 of them in a Prime into the Volkites. So hitting on 3s, 1 hit, and that's 1 wound. And then the Prime does hit on a 2, which that was a 2, 4, 6 hits. And he wounds on 3s as well. Ooh, coming through hot. So 6 -1s in total for 1 damage.
So 5s.
5 go through. Alright, the Knight Venator moved up here. He can actually see around the wall, and he is going to fire into the Hearthguard Berserkers. So Realm Hunter Bow, hitting on 2s. So all hit. They're not -1 to hit, are they?
-1 to hit, -1 to wound.
-1 to wound, so that's going to be wounding on 4s. 1 wound at -1 there.
Good.
It's a save. And the Star Eagle, hitting on 4s. 2 hits. And 3s. It would be 4s, but no wounds. Venator is not doing very good this game. Okay, we're going to fire, and after much debate, we're going to fire the long strikes into these Hearthguard. I may not be able to get to this objective here, but I want them gone because they're scary. So here we go. Hitting on a 2s. Okay, so that's 4 mortals, and then wounding on 4s here. So 3 more go through.
-2, right?
-2. Yep.
6, 10, 4 shrugs. Just take
That's
2.
See?
Came out.
Mike.
And best wound.
That's not good.
That's perfect.
That is not good at all.
Almost makes up for all my terrible rolling.
Almost. So these Judicators here are now going to fire into the same Hearthguard Berserkers. They are -1 to hit because of the searing heat that was cast on them. But they do hit 3 times. And the Prime hits on 3s this time. Hits for 4 hits.
You can always trust my decisions in the game.
And wounding on 4s. Just 2 -1s. Man, our damage is really getting cut down.
4s.
We do bring down another Hearthguard, so there's 4 left there. This Venator is now going to fire at them as well. Realm Hunter Bow, hitting on 3s. No, wow. 1 hit. 1 wound at -1.
6, 1, 4.
No shrug, so 1 damage goes through. And the Star Eagle, can he get a kill? No, he does not hit anything. And we're going to now fire these Judicators here into the... Well, I got to check. We did check range. These Judicators here are firing at the Hearthguard. So the normal guys are going to... They're not -1 to hit, right?
Nope.
No, that's the other squad. I'm getting confused now. So that's 3 hits from them. And then the Prime hits for 5 hits. I've been hot on the Primes this game. Yeah. And 4s to wound, though. Just 3 going through at -1.
Fail 2.
And shrugs. 1 more. Cuts down another dwarf. So there's only 3 left. That cuts down their damage output a lot. Do I have any other shooting? No, I don't. That is all the shooting. So we're going to be going into the combats here.
Yeah.
And I think now the Prime is going to be outside of 12. So I do not believe he's going to be able to launch a charge here, which we were pretty aware that was going to happen. I think the Etherwings are just going to hang out here and go into defense mode because we have now, the Adjudicators. I don't think it's worth it. All right, so that's the end of the Stormcast turn. There are not going to be any charges, but we are going to go to Battle Shocks. Or no?
Combat phase.
Oh, excuse me. We are now going to go to the combat phase, so the Adjudicators are going to be selected to attack first. All right, there's already one dwarf wounded. Can the Adjudicators knock off another one with their Gladii? That is 2 hits. 1 wound from a knife.
It's good.
It's a save. They can't do it, so your Volkites are piling in and they're coming right back.
3 plus Carl. Hitting on 3s and still rerolling 1s from doesn't really matter. From Maroon.
Ouch.
And 4s.
Oh my lord, it's a 5.
5 minus 1s.
5 minus 1s. Those dwarfs fight dirty. So that's 5s. We saved 2, which kills Adjudicator and puts a wound on another one. Good job tanking Adjudicators. They're actually pretty good at that. They're still Stormcast. They just shoot at you. There are no battle shocks because these guys are wholly within 12 of the objective, so they automatically pass there.
You killed 2 there, so I would fail on a 6 there.
No 6 for the Orc.
Actually, they're wholly within 12 too. I don't even know what I'm doing it. Yep, they're good.
So at the end of the battle shock phase, there are no battle shocks because I only lost 1 model in all my squads that I lost with these Adjudicators, which means they don't have to test. And he's wholly within 12 of all of the objectives, except for these guys. But I don't think they lost any.
I don't think so.
No, they lost.
They lost 2.
They lost 2.
So on
they
a
lost
6,
2.
they'd fail.
So they're good. So yeah, but everything looks like it's in order here. So Stormcast are going to score 4 points because we pick up this one, where we have 5 models, and we pick up this one, so that's the 4 points. It makes it 10-7 going into the Fyreslayers, bottom of turn 3. So after the hero and movement phase, where are we at?
We did get Prayer of Ash off, thankfully. We failed the Flame Spitter, unfortunately.
These prayers, man.
It's been brutal. He was outside of 12 of the Aether Wings for Holy Seeker, even though it wouldn't have really mattered anyway. So then that's pretty much it for hero phase. Movement, we moved these 4 over here. We decided with the Prime's 24 inch range, if I don't get the double turn, he's pretty much just going to come over here. And,
it's going to be trouble.
Yeah, do a lot of work. So we're actually all going to commit that way. These 2 pulled back an inch from the wall, so they can actually shoot him now. And then the Hearthguard came out from around the wall to hopefully get some charges off.
All right. And you're now into the shooting phase.
Shooting phase,
You have thrown 2 axes at the Prime, and that's two wounds, right? No rend?
No range.
All right, so that's 3s. Take 1 damage. Drops me down to 5.
That was cut off.
Anyway, okay, so the Auric Hearthguard, they did drop back. They're going to be in range to fire on the Prime.
Yep, so hit on 4s. And wounding on 3s. Alright, so that'll be 3 minus 1s for 1 damage.
3 minus 1s puts me at 4s. 2 go through, so it's got 3 left.
Alright, so we're going to have 5 going into the Venator here. So hitting on 5s, just 1, and 5, 1 wound.
3 up save. Saves it.
Okay, and then it was 2 going into the Aether Wings.
The red ones?
Yes.
Okay.
Yep. 5s, 1. Nothing.
Nothing in there.
Alright.
And then do these guys get to chuck axes?
Yes, they do. So that'll be 4 5s, 1, and 1 save.
That's a save.
Good. Alrighty. That is it for shooting. Charge phase.
All right, into the charges. We're going to roll the Etherwings move, and then we'll come back. So, just so you can see it, the red guys are going to be moving 8. And the blue ones, come on, big roll. 12! This could be huge. We'll move them up and we'll come right back. That's not statistics. The annoying Etherwings continue their reign of terror. Okay, so the Etherwings, after their move, the cheeky Etherwings, the blue ones did roll 12. they ran over, and they're just within 3 of these Hearthguards. So I believe they have just saved the Prime's life, because now they will not be able to launch a charge.
And did you want to pull him in?
They can. Yeah, that's fine.
Okay.
They can pull in and pile in and kill the Etherwings, but that's fine. These ones over here moved in, and they're going to grab all these things. The reason I did move in fully here is they all have to move closer to the Etherwings. I don't want them piling this direction to hit my guys, and they won't be able to at this point. So they're going to protect those guys there as well and throw down their lives for Sigmar. Okay, so the Hearthguard Berserkers are super angry at the Etherwings. They're piling in, and they're going to murder them.
Alright, so hitting on 3s. And so I'm pretty sure they're already dead because that's 4 mortal wounds.
4 mortals, that's it. They're dead. All right, and there you go. But you know what, Internet? If you're going to get hit by some Hearthguard Berserkers, you want it to be your birds. Yeah. You want it to be your birds. So, okay, so my turn. I'm going to do the Judicators next. They're going to pile in. They got 3 attacks. Hitting on 3s. So that's 2 hits. 2 hits. And 4s. 2 wounds on the Volkite. Oh, we cut down a Volkite. Good stuff, Judicators. And now it'll go over to the Hearthguard. They're going to pile in and...
No, I'm going to go here.
You're going to go over here. All right.
I'm going to force you to pile into me.
He hates those birds.
Alright, so just pile around.
Yep. Volkite's going into the Judicators.
So 3s. And 4s.
Nothing.
Yeah.
Running out of steam here on the left flank. Okay, so it's going to be the Etherwings, and I'm not going to pile in, so it's to you. I forego my pile in.
Okay. They're just going to go to there, and all within 2 inches?
Yep.
Threes.
Oh god, if you don't kill these birds.
Oh, it's being stupid. Alright, so that's 4, and I did do the extra -1. So
they don't have
minus,
to save.
Yeah, it's -2, so and 2 damage apiece.
They're dead. You got them.
They're overkill.
You got them. Mike can breathe a sigh of relief. The birds are dealt with. And that is it for the combat phase. I don't believe there's going to be any battle shocks. So...
Lost 1. Can't fail.
Yeah, I didn't lose anything. Well, I did, but they're all dead. So we need to do the invocation. Yeah?
Yep, so first I get 4 points, so I'm up to 11.
So it's 11 to 10 at the end of the round.
So this invocation sticks.
Does the invitation stick?
No, it does not. It's outside of 6.
Ooh.
So it's gone.
So the wall is gone.
Right.
And that is the only one on the board. And now...
the objective moves.
Yep.
You get to roll this turn, because I rolled last.
So we'll see where the objective moves to.
It stays.
Stays in the same spot. That's not
good.
good.
That's
great.
That's
not good.
Now if I can just win a roll off.
Never. No, Mike.
Finally.
I win. Stormcast 5 to 5.
You rolled 3 5s in a row.
You know what? We're playing 40K, not Age of Sigmar. We just, I go, you go. I go, you go. So Stormcast turn 4. All right, we're breaking into the hero phase. The long strikes, anvils of the Helden Hammer, heroes of another age are going to fire into the Hearthguard Berserkers, hitting on 2s. We got 1 miss, but we also have 2 mortals, and are they still at minus?
Yes, they are.
Is it wholly within 12?
Wholly within 12 of him.
Of him?
Yep.
That guy. So 4s to wound. And not a good roll. Only 2 going through.
And those are at -2.
-2.
So we still go through. So 6 wounds total.
6 damage.
So 1 dies.
2 die. No, nobody was wounded. So
yeah, 1 dies and 1 wound passes.
Great. Okay, and that is the hero phase shooting. We're gonna finish out the movement and come right back. Okay. So the prime, this is following the movement phase. What did we do? I'm getting a little ahead of myself. Prosecutor moved back here, so he does 2 damage with his trident. Venator stayed there. Judicators piling up. These guys hanging out in combat here. Holding still with the firing line. Judicators locking down this objective. Zeros and prime moving up. And now into the shooting phase. The prime is going to put the Comet Strike right here. Range of 4. So that is going to hit the Hearthguard Berserkers and the father. Good. So the father takes 2 mortal wounds.
He's within 3 of them.
Yep.
Passes one off.
Passes one off. Takes one. Cool. And on the Hearthguard Berserkers, 2 mortal wounds.
4s to ignore. Take 1.
Okay, so it drops a Berserker down. Okay, so more shooting action. We need to kill that father. What are we going to do here? We still have a star-faded arrow, ladies and gentlemen. We're going to put it into the father and the eagle. So eagle first for dramatic effect. That will be hitting. He's -1 to hit from Lookout Sir.
Yep.
So that is going to be 5s. 2 hits.
And -1 to wound.
And wounding on 4s. 1 wound from the eagle.
No AP.
No AP.
So 4 up.
Or no rend.
He's good.
Saves it. Star-faded arrow. That's a hit because he did hit on 2s. Does he wound? Does he wound? No. Star-faded arrow fail. And these Judicators down here are going to fire into the whatever those guys are.
Okay.
Dwarfs. So 2 normal guys, 1 hits. Prime misses this time. Misses. So just 1 wound at -1.
1 fails.
1 fail. So 1 damage. These Judicators here are going to fire into the Lord. Okay, so normal guys are going to be hitting on 4s.
Math.
Whoops. Math. And Prime misses.
Finally. Catching up.
Finally missed, yep. And forced to wound 1 at -1 on him.
5 up.
Fails it.
Passes it.
Nope. And he has 3 left. We are going to put the trident into him as well.
Leave Big Poppy alone.
Never. So what'll be 4s?
Yep.
That is 1 hit and 1 wound at -1 for 2 damage. Nope, he saves it. This Venator into him as well with the eagle and the bow. Realm Hunter bow on 3s. Wounding on 4s. 1 at -1.
5 up. Nope.
Fails
Damage.
it.
1.
Just 1.
4 up. Does not.
Takes a wound. He's got 2 left. Can the eagle do it? No, he cannot. We still got this Judicator squad here, which are going to fire. Judicators on the east flank here are going to fire into these Hearthguard. These will be rerolling 1s to hit because of the 0s, but that's 2 hits from the normals. Prime, reroll 1s. Prime does hit on a 2. 4, 2 hits. Not too shabby. So 4 hits in total. And wounding, is a -1 to wound? No, they didn't get it. So 3s. Okay, so 4 -1s on them.
6s.
3 go through.
And they should be within 10 though. So 4s to ignore.
Kills a dwarf. Okay.
Go ahead.
And then
Should
all
put us
we
in
got
range.
left is the long strike. Here we go. So 1 miss and 2 immortals going through. And these are going to wound on 4s. So 5 -2s and 2 mortals.
So I actually screwed up earlier and shot him in the hero phase because they had Prayer Ash on them. So they're actually at a 4 up save, so they should have a 6 up save.
Well, I never shot. I don't think I shot at him. I shot at the father the whole time.
How did I lose one?
Oh, maybe I did.
Oh, that's 1.
Well, we missed it.
It doesn't matter. It was 1.
So,
So
yeah.
5 saves?
Yep. And you'll get your 6s this time, right?
Yep. 6 up saves. Doesn't matter
No,
anyway.
so that is a 12 damage coming in. When they're struck, should do 6. Should do 6 because maths. You don't think so, Carter? No maths?
No maths.
All right, here we go. Maths.
Ooh.
Not
1,
math. Oh, no, that
2,
was.
3, 3.5.
That's about. It's about right. Okay.
maths.
1, 2, 3.
All right. And that is all the
Sorry,
shooting.
got the wrong one.
The dwarfs are beleaguered. There's not many left from all these arrows. Whew. Here we go. We're going into the charges. Mr. Prime, here we go. That is a 9. I'm going to measure it up and see what we can do, and I might just switch it to a 12. Okay, so after the charges, the Prime, he rolled the 9, and he did get in right here, which is going to be within 3 of these guys, but outside of 2. These guys charged in. to tie them up, and they're going to get killed because these crazy dwarfs attack first. So, and because of that fact, we did not charge in with the Azeros. So, to Mike, he's spending his command points for Lords of the Lodge, right? Is that what this is?
No, so Lords of the Lodge lets them fight twice. I'm spending 1 CP for the Hermdark command ability to let them fight first.
Got it.
So your wound, they're full health, right? So he
Both
has
of those
2
are
wounds,
full,
and he's got
Five.
5.
Yep.
So we'll put 1 into him, and the Carl and the other guy into him.
Got it.
So this first round into him. So they are hitting on 3s. Oof. 2 mortal wounds, though.
Okay, so he's down to 3.
And then wounding on 3s, and I'm still at -1 rend for the rune that I enacted last turn.
So 2?
2 at -1.
At -1, so puts him to 4. So he saves 1, and he takes...
So it takes...
That's 2 damage?
that was
3
1 damage.
So 3 damage total. He has 2 remaining.
Yeah. And then into your prosecutor. Only 1 hits.
But it's 2 mortals, right?
Yes,
This is
it was
6.
2 mortal. Yeah.
So he just suffers 2 mortals and dies. So good job, prosecutor. Okay. And that was
Before combat.
right. So now I pick.
Yes.
Okay. So it's my pick now. And I think there's only one thing to do. And it's prime you. Because he's gonna die. He's gonna die if I don't. So he'll pile in.
Okay.
And he still only has 5 attacks, which is sad. But how many does that father have?
Father's got 3 attacks.
Or how many wounds does he have?
He has 2 wounds left. And he's got 3 attacks. 3s and 3s. They'll be -2 this turn for 3 damage.
Oh my lord, he is. So if he gets 1 through, he's gonna kill me.
And he can still pass wounds off to the...
But these guys can't fight again.
Yes, they can. Because of Lords of the Lodge Battalion.
But unless he's dead. If he's dead, they can't fight.
As long as they're within 10 of one of the heroes, which would be him back there.
Friggin'
Sorry, 12 of the
dwarves.
heroes.
Friggin' dwarves. Well, what we're gonna do is we're gonna split the attacks. I don't know how wise this is. It always goes wrong. So, so we're gonna put 3 into the father, and we're gonna put 2 into the berserkers. So here we go. That is 2 hits on the father. 2 wounds at -3.
Did you -1 wound?
Yeah, he wounds on 2s.
Okay.
Yep.
So, you said -3?
-3.
So that goes through.
3 damage each, he's dead.
On 4s, passes to them. So,
Oh,
yeah, he's
we
dead.
got him. And 1 wound goes on them and kills one of them. So the prime swinging through. And now we have 2 attacks onto the Hearthguard Berserkers. 3s. We got 1 hit. I'm going to use my once per game or once per round. I can change it. I can re-roll a dice, right? Or I change it. I'll just change it to a hit.
Okay.
So
And he'd still be minus the wound because all at the same time.
3s. 2 at -3
Goes
for
through.
3 damage each.
They should still be... Yep, within 10. So they still get their 4% shrug.
Getting the shrug from the guy back in the woods.
Only fail 2.
Good shrug. It kills a dwarf, puts a wound on another. Wow.
Yep.
Good stuff.
Okay.
Okay, and then it is over to the Fyreslayers.
All
We
right.
got guys down here. That guy might be in 3 as well.
He's just out of 3, actually. Like, barely out of 3.
It's like a millimeter out. So,
Alright, so
to
over
the stalwart Volkites.
3s.
Man, they're doing good over here.
4s.
2 at -1 or -2.
-1. Sorry, yeah,
-2.
-2.
So that'll go to 6s. Nope. Cuts down a Judicator and puts a wound on another one. So the prime is the last remaining one that is full. Okay. And I have to attack with my 2 Judicators. Judicators going in. 3s. Nope, they missed. And the Knight Venator has to attack as well. All right, Knight Venator is attacking with his bow staff, hitting on 4s, 2 hits, wounding on 3s, 2 wounds, no rend.
Alright, so 5 ups.
1
4 up shrug.
kills a Fyreslayer, and then the Star Eagle attacks in melee. 4s, 1 hit, nothing. So 1 dwarf remaining over there, and I believe that is it for the combats. Yes, yep, that's it for the combats. So, brutal turn. Losses on each side. Where are we at for points? Well, I do have 2 models, so I did capture the primary. That's 3 points. Didn't get the middle one, but do have this. So that's 4 more points. So that makes it 14 to 11, if my count is correct.
Yep.
All right, and there's no battle shocks anywhere?
Nope, everything's.
I think we're good. Yeah.
They didn't lose any.
Okay, to the Fyreslayer. Actually, battle shock on these guys.
They're wholly within 12.
Wholly within 12. Hermdar, there it is. So no battle shocks, and we're going on to the Fyreslayers. Turn 4. Okay, so after Fyreslayers, hero and movement, where are we at, Mike?
Alright, so not a whole lot happened because there's not really anything left, but Prayer of Ash did go back off on the Hearthguard. The Flame Splitter came back out, so you can do a couple mortals, pick off some Stormcast heroes. The Room Master moved up. They in movement, and then they just inched up to be right at 3. That's pretty much it. So we'll just go into shooting, see if we can just bang a few wounds off here and there. So do 2 attacks here with the axes, both hits.
Oh man!
5s. And wound on 5s, nothing.
No wounds.
We'll go 1 here into. He's got what, 3 up and a 4 up?
Mm-hmm. No, 3 up, 3 up.
3 up. Yeah, we'll go here. So hits on a 5 and wounds on a 5. 1 wound.
On the Venator?
Yep.
Takes a wound, he has
Nice.
1 left.
Alright, we will throw an axe. We'll throw 2 axes into the prime. 1 hits. And no wounds.
Okay.
And we'll try to ping 2 shots off onto the prime too. Both hits on 4 and wound on 3s. 2 -1s for 1 damage.
Oh no. Take 1. It has 2 left.
Alright. And then they will shoot him. 5s. And 5s. Nothing. Alright, and then we got the Flame Spitter left.
Flame Spitter. What's he gonna spit at?
In hindsight, I probably should have shot here because he's got 1 left.
They both. The Prime has 2, and the Venator has 1.
So realistically, I could probably roll 1 6 to kill him. Statistically, I should roll 2 6s, but it probably won't happen. I'd rather kill him and put all my attacks.
You want the guaranteed kill on the Venator. Here we go.
Kill the Venator,
Dead.
and he's dead. 3.
Massively dead.
Should have put that on the prime.
Well, you knew that was going to
Yeah,
happen
it's
as soon as
gonna-
you
of
said
course.
it, right?
Yeah,
So.
so.
Okay, so we'll get him cleaned up, and now it's charges, correct? Yep. All right, quick recap for the charges. These guys made it in over here on the Azeros, and that's it. Yep.
But
So-
I'm burning 2 CPs. Takes me down to 1. We're going to let him fight at the start of the charge phase, or start of the combat phase. And they also, I piled them in so that way they'd be wholly within 12, so they get to also fight at the
Okay.
start of the combat phase.
Trixie
So we'll try to
Fyreslayer
kill them
stuff.
first. So going there, hitting on 3s.
Oh no, just 2 hits, no
Hitting on
mortals.
3. Well, yeah, I'll do mortals. But that is 2 at -1 for
So-
2 damage piece.
4. He's
Good.
dead because
Ooh, I got lucky there.
I cannot roll saves at all. So there you go.
All right, and then the Carl fight here at the start of the combat phase as well, hitting on 3s.
Uh-oh.
No mortals though.
Uh-oh.
Wounding on 3s.
1.
No rend.
Is it 2 damage?
Nope, just 1.
So he won't die.
But he gets to fight again because Lords of the Lodge at the start of the combat phase. So well, hopefully.
That
It's
is you're going to go with that? Okay.
Okay.
Well,
See if I can kill him. He's got 1 wound left.
so you can fight with your entire army
So only Vulcan.
4 times? Is that what's happening right here? Could they double attack?
No, because they're not part of the battalion. So the only reason he gets to fight again is
Wow.
because of the battalion.
So you can fight 3 times with the killiest unit in the entire game before anybody else gets to swing.
I mean, if
That's
you hold it within
crazy.
12 and take the battalion.
Now I don't even feel bad for taking shooting.
3s. So 2 mortals. He's dead.
He's dead. Cool. Well, that's that. And you get. Oh, we have to fight over here, which I'm sure you get to fight. You get to.
No,
pick.
because that counts as my first activation. So
Oh,
you get straight
okay.
there
I actually get to fight. Oh, how about that?
first. 1 hit.
No
No
wound.
wounds. Okay. And then I'll fight back. 5 attacks. 3s. And 4s. Awesome!
Where was that roll?
all
earlier?
hits and no wounds.
Cool.
Okay.
So Prime's gone. Everybody's dead.
Yep.
We just got shooting, and
Gives me 4 points for the turn.
yeah, 4 points. So that'll bring you to 15 to 14. 15 to 14, high scoring game, and we have to roll to see if that spitter goes away.
Yep. On a 1 or 2. Nope. Stays.
Okay, and then roll off for the turn.
Roll for where this goes first.
Yes, correct.
1. So
Stays in the same place again, and here we go. You're gonna get your double. No!
Oh my goodness!
Stormcast takes it again. Stormcast takes it again.
So that's that's gonna be game, right? Because
I'm gonna win.
because you'll be able to. Claim
Well, let's finish it out, and we'll see how we go. Okay, Stormcast. We're in the hero phase. Heroes of another age. 5 of them are now in range of this pesky jerk that was hiding in the woods the whole time.
And you're gonna whiff.
We're probably going to whiff, but we're shooting at him. And then 4 other ones are going to be firing into this unit right here. Okay, so into the hero. No minuses, so 2s to hit. That is 4 hits and minus the wound. No. Oh, because the Lord's dead, right? So 3's the wound. Just 2 minus 2s.
Let me just double. I'm pretty sure he's got a 4 up. Yes, he does. So he's got
6s. Stage 1 only takes 2.
2 damage.
Woo, that's it.
Pass it off on 4s.
Only takes 1, and that Hearthguard, that Auric Hearthguard, just dives in front and just
Eats one.
It's like
Takes one to the leg.
It's good. It's good. All right, we're gonna do the movement and come right back. All right, we did forget to film it, but those other long strikes fired into the Hearthguard Berserkers, doing 3 damage. So there's 1 with 1 wound remaining. So we're now into the shooting phase. These Judicators are firing at their favorite foe there. Normal guy hits, prime hits for 2 shots, and wounding on 3s. That is 1 at minus 1.
Takes 1.
Does 1 damage. Does 1 damage. These guys, we're gonna do for vengeance and glory. Nah, we'll have to wait. The Venator is gonna fire his star-fated arrow, or not?
He already fired it.
His Realm Hunter bow and his Star Eagle into the
Grandmaster?
the Rune Master. So Realm Hunter bow, hitting on 2s. And minus 1 to wound. No, he's gone. All right, I'm sorry. 2 at minus 1.
2 minus 1, so 5s. Takes 1.
1.
Pass off on a 4.
No, takes 1. And then the Eagle coming in. That is 1 hit from the Eagle and 1 wound from the Eagle. No rend.
4 up. 4 up. No.
Takes another 1. Good stuff. Good stuff. These Judicators here are going to fire at the Master.
Yep.
And just because it's fun, no, because you'd shrug anyway. So we're all firing into the Master. Here we go.
Okay.
Normals. All right. Prime. Misses. So just 3 hits. 2 minus 1s.
So 5s. And a
1.
4 up. No.
He has 1 left. 1 left. Okay. These Judicators here. The Prime is going to fire at this guy.
Okay.
And the 4 normal ones are going to fire at the Lord back there.
Alright.
Normals. All hit. This is it. I feel it. I feel it. 3 wounds at minus 1 on him. Prime. Misses. Misses. All right.
Fills them all.
All right. So the other 3 in the middle. Into this guy right here. Hit on 2s. That's 2 mortal wounds. And 1 at minus 2. So that should probably kill that guy.
Yeah, mortal wounds.
And the final 3. This guy right here. 3 hits. That is 3 wounds at minus 2. Okay, and he is dead as well. Yep, he's gone. Clearing out the field. There are only these 2 left here. Mike, is this it? You gonna call it?
That was game.
Good game. There's the shake. That was a phenomenal battle for championship. Pressed to the wall, killed a lot of my forces. But I feel like some swingy rolling from both of us as we went through. But yes, the final game is it's going to go to the Stormcast. We secure the objectives, take the field. But well fought by the Fyreslayers, but could not withstand the fury of arrows going down like the end, like Jet Li in the end of Hero. And that's that. So thanks for watching, and see you next time at LWG.